Just when you thought I was frozen. Good morning, traders. I got you all. You're like, Josh, you're frozen, buddy. Nope, I'm not frozen. I'm just messing with you guys. What's up and what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Money Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. You guys are all fired up for an awesome day, and I'll tell you what, today is going to be an awesome day in the market. Why is that? Look at what we have going on, team. GOEV looking fantastic. HSTO, INDO, AKAN looking fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an awesome day in the market, guys. It's going to be awesome. Not only because the market's hot, and the market seems to be on fire right now over the past couple of days, but because we're working with the best trading community in the world. So ladies and gentlemen, inside a chat, hit me with a big old good morning and happy Money Tuesday. How are we feeling? Are we ready to rock? Are we ready to roll? And are we ready to attack this day? Because I'm ready to make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. Hit me with a big old good morning over on YouTube as well. Mr. Ed Nevis, the man, the myth, and the legend. What's going on? Angela, Joey, Christian. How's it going? Good vibes. Everybody's like, yeah, I thought he was frozen for a second. Gotcha. All right, traders, we have so much to talk about today. I do not want to waste any time whatsoever. We have officially 30 minutes until the bell. So let's talk about what we have going on. And if we have time left over, we'll look at your stocks that you think have good potential for the day. But team, we got a lot to talk about. So without further ado, let's dive into it and let's get you guys prepared for our trading session, because today is going to be another awesome day in the market, just like yesterday. So what do we got going on today? Number one, we have INDO discovering potential natural gas reservoir during their current drilling. One thing I want to point out with the press release is keyword potential, right? Could be, maybe it's not. All right, it's a potential natural gas reservoir. So this stock is ripping on up. This stock went from 582 all the way to 875 on INDO. Now, INDO is a hype stock. IMPP is a hype stock. CEI is one of those hype stocks. INDO is a stock that has absolutely ripped in the past. We've seen this stock go from around $4 to $86.99. So we know this stock has potential to rip and run. But when did it rip and run? It ripped and it ran when oil was ripping and running. Okay, so that was the sympathy. That was the catalyst. That was the reason that we saw INDO ripping and running. Now, is there a catalyst today? Yes, but look at the press release. Potential. Okay, they could come out later today and be like, yep, we were wrong. It's not a natural gas reservoir. And then the stock's going to dump. Be mindful. Be very mindful of these press releases. Now, it's a good press release, okay? And if they come out and say, yep, we were correct, it is, the stock could absolutely rip 20, 30, 40 bucks to the upside. Anything can happen. But again, right now, the keyword is potential. Play it safe. Have a stop in the system. Manage your risk. If this stock is setting up and giving us opportunities, boom, let's make it happen. But again, understand that press release, guys. That's why INDO is currently moving on up. We know this is a low float stock. It's trading great volume, and we know that this stock can move. And when this stock moves, oh, it moves. So what are our levels right now at this point in time? 777, yes, 777 supports at this point in time. That's right around your 20 EMA. So if you can hold above that 777, break this downtrend, we could see our next leg up to 875. Then we could see 922, and then we have potential to $10 on INDO. Now, if we crack below that 777, I see potential to fall all the way back down towards around 675, okay? It's meeting the criteria to be a watch list worthy stock. You guys know to be extra mindful that it's potential. And if they could come out later this afternoon at 11 o'clock when every retail trader's in this stock and be like, yep, it's not a natural gas reservoir. Yeah, we thought it was, but it's not. And this stock can come right back down to $5. All right, so be smart, be safe. 777 light support at this point in time. Looking to see if INDO can break this downtrend. And if it can, we're looking to take it long to 875, 922, and then $10. If we start to crack below 777, we have room back down to 675. It's definitely a stock that we should keep on watch for today, though. When the stock moves, it moves. Moving on, we have HSTO. Now, there's no company-specific news with HSTO. So why in the world is this stock moving here on HSTO? Well, the only reason it's moving, well, we had a reverse stock split here back in June. The stock barely did anything, but when did it really start to take on off? It really started to take on off yesterday. Why is that? Because we actually broke the reverse stock split high. Now, you guys need to dive into the video lessons library and watch the lesson titled Reverse Stock Split Supernova. We have not seen a supernova reverse stock split in years. So we have never really discussed reverse stock splits and strategies behind reverse stock splits. But I remember one reverse stock split, MYO. This took place 2 years ago. I traded this stock. I called this stock, and it was absolutely amazing. This company was MYO. They issued a reverse stock split, and within a single day, this stock literally gapped up. Reverse stock split day went from $7 all the way to $35. And I remember calling this out for the supernova reverse stock split. But since then, we have not seen this. But what are we starting to notice with pennies? They're actually becoming more active over the last couple of days. They're actually a little bit more consistent. There's some pretty good opportunity with penny stocks, and we're seeing some setups play on out, and I'm fired up. I'm excited to see what we have today and the rest of this week. There's opportunity, and this is the time for me to size up and control my aggression, but to take advantage of the hotter market conditions that we currently have. So HSTO, there's no news, right? It was a reverse stock split back in early June, and we just now yesterday broke above that reverse stock splits high, right around that 269 level. And we're starting to get some action as of yesterday. And now the stock is squeezing on up here once again today. This stock has a lot of great potential, guys, and I want to keep this one on high watch. 465 support at this point in time. As long as we hold above that 465 level and break this downtrend, I am absolutely taking the stock long to 543, 592 to $6, and then $6.58. Now, could it go higher than that 658? Absolutely. But we have our first couple of targets. Again, breaking that downtrend, I'm taking it long to 543, 592, $6, and then 658. If we ever start breaking above 658, we'll definitely go look at that daily chart and mark up our next levels of resistance where we should be looking to lock in some profits. So right now at this point in time, I'm liking HSTO. Okay, it's a low float stock. It has great volume. I know what reverse stock split penny stocks can do. And right now, I mean, it is up 65%. It's up 68.5% from 295, hitting those highs of 592. This stock looks good. This stock looks clean. It's pretty consistent for the most part. I definitely want to keep the stock on high watch, guys. All right, 465 support once again at this point in time. If we start cracking below that 465 level and this stock is not going to break and not rip and run and it's going to dump on down, boom, we have room down to 370 on HSTO. All right, team. So 465 current support, looking for the break of the downtrend to get things going. I like it. I think we have some great potential today. So let's keep it on high watch. Next, we got GOEV. Why is GOEV moving on up this morning? Why EV maker Canoe's stock is gearing up today. So what do we have here? GOEV jumped over 30% in the pre-market session on Tuesday after the electric vehicle manufacturer announced a deal to supply 4,500 units of its delivery vans to retail giant Walmart. The contract carries an option to supply up to 10,000 more units. That is amazing. What is the last company that we saw that had any kind of great press release with Walmart? It was SBEV, and had a lot of traders asking, should I short SBEV? And I said, not right now, because that's a good press release. And if they actually have more of these press releases and they're expanding, this stock is going to continue to rip. And just as we said it over those 2 days, we saw it move even higher. This is a good press release, right? they announced a deal to supply an initial 4,500 units of its delivery vans to Walmart. And the contract also carries an option to supply an additional 10,000 more units. That is a killer press release. So not only is this on watch for today, this is on watch moving forward. If we ever see GOEV say, hey, there's another 4,000 units, this stock could rip again. There's another 4,000 units being supplied here to Walmart. Boom, it could rip again. That's a good press release. Definitely want to keep this one on watch here with GOEV. So GOEV right now has potential to $4.87 and then $5. So give yourself about a 13-cent window. $4.87 to $5 resistance. If we break above $5, which I really think we can, we have room to $5.72. And then if we start to see this stock breaking above $5.72, we have room to the 200-day moving average at $6.12. Right now, support is back down at $3.70, and we are holding this trend line from pre-market. So as long as we hold the trend line, you guys are good to $4.87, $5. You're then good to $5.72 and then $6.12. If we ever crack this trend line, I would look to short this stock. I know it has potential to the upside. I think we could hit that $5 level. I think we can move on up to $5.72, but I don't think we're going to move on up forever. I think eventually we could crack the trend line. This is a valid trend line. And what happens when trend lines crack? Traders get scared. They put stops under the trend line because we're going from the bullish side to the bearish side, and stocks like to dump on down. If we ever crack below this trend line, I will look to short GOEV. Maybe a quick scalp, grab a quick 20, 30, 40 cents out of it, but there's going to be opportunity if we ever crack this trend line. So that's what I'm looking at here personally on GOEV. But if you guys like this to the long side, which I do as well, and you want to play this long off the trend line, $4.87 to $5, $5.72 resistance, and then $6.12. You ever crack that trend line, things are going to get nasty. Most likely, you'll probably see this thing pull back towards around $3.70. Right now, guys, those are the hottest three stocks that we have. These are three really hot stocks. And what's our goal in the morning? To narrow these hundreds of stocks that are moving down to like 3 stocks, 2 stocks, 1 stock if we can. So if we have 3 hot stocks at this point in time, HSTO, and right now it could be ready for a trade. INDO, looking good. GOEV, looking really good as well. Why do we even need to overwhelm ourselves with 5 other stocks? But we need to have a back burner watch list. Wouldn't you guys agree? Yes, we should probably have some back burners. I'm going to list these off, but right now we're not watching them. We're watching HSTO, number 1. We're watching INDO, number 2. We're watching GOEV, number 3. We got 3 hot stocks on watch. That's it. That's all we need. If INDO starts dumping and we're like, yep, there's no opportunity here coming off the watch list, then we can replace it with a back burner that has better potential. So back burners, TH may have more potential today. PLRX, one of yesterday's top gaining stocks, may have more potential today. KSPN, another prior day mover, one of yesterday's top gainers, could have potential today. And then we have a couple possible mid-candle breakouts. CLVS, mid-candle breakout opportunity, number 1. And then SRG, ugly but possible mid-candle breakout opportunity, number 2. But again, HSTO looks fantastic. It's definitely one of our top 3 stocks to watch. INDO looks pretty darn good. Definitely one of our top stocks to watch. And then GOEV looks fantastic. Definitely one of our top 3 stocks to watch. Like I said, traders, what I'm personally doing is watching these 3 stocks for those reasons we just discussed. I have a great back burner watch list. If we see one of our top stocks start dumping, fading, and falling, and there's no opportunity, and we see traders shifting, they may shift over the TH. It has great potential. Back burner number 1. PLRX, back burner number 2. KSPN, CLVS, SRG, current back burner stocks as well. And we can replace one of our top stocks with one of these if one of our top stocks start fading and start falling. So that's how I'm positioned and how I'm prepared for today. How would I rate pre-market conditions right now at this point in time? All right, it's very, very important that we always discuss market conditions. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you guys rate current stock market conditions in regards to penny stocks? I would say it's a 7, 7.77. Okay, I would say it's about a 7 or 8 today. I think the market looks good. It looks consistent. We have nice low float stocks gapping on up. We see some nice movement. Technicals are being honored. I like what I'm seeing here today. I really do. So I'm going to say a 7. And based on that assessment, I know that I need to be pulling out strategies that work in a market where I rate it as a 7. We could say that these are borderline hot market conditions. Not quite supernova hot, but not average. Well above average. I need to pull out my playbook right now. I got my playbook. And I need to say, okay, we're in a average to hot market. So I need to be looking maybe to ride some momentum, maybe for some quick washout long opportunities, right? I need to be applying the strategies that work well in these types of market conditions. So I would say a 7. I'm going to pull out my strategies that work well in a 7 type of market. And those are the strategies that have been proven to work consistently over time. So that's very, very important that once you build your watch list, once you know the stocks that you're watching and for what reasons, give the market a rating. How would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, I'm rating it a 7. Based on that rating and based on that assessment, I know exactly what strategies I should be trading for today at this point in time. Solid 6, solid 6. All right. Right, we're between that 6 and that 8. I think it's definitely above average. So again, be mindful, be smart, get prepared. That's how we get prepared all day, every day. All right, guys. So last thing as well, make sure your stream is set to live. Okay, we want you guys in real time. We want everyone in real time. All right, guys. So that's our penny stock watch list for today. All right, moving on. The SPY. We're actually going to be flat, relatively flat. I thought we could gap down, and we were down. We were down towards around 381 from 384. That was a 3-point gap down at one point in time. Another reason why I don't like options right here. Because if you were in options and you were here at 7 a.m., you would have wanted to take profits, but you couldn't. But you couldn't. So now, by the time the market opens, your options are not going to be profitable. They're probably going to be relatively flat, maybe down because of the theta. Again, I don't even know why I'm going into this, but this is why I personally don't do a lot of options. I like equities, because if I would have came in at 7 a.m. and I took an equities position, guess what? I could have gotten out right then and there for a nice 3 points per share, $3 a share. So the SPY right now, you had a nice gap down, but we are starting to push back up very, very close to yesterday's close. So here's what I got for you guys on the SPY. Couple of things. You have the 20 EMA right here at 385.67. That was right around yesterday's open. So I'm going to bring your level of resistance down just a smidge. Okay, I know here inside of options chat, I said long to 386.83. I want to readjust that to 385.68. Okay, so Stir and anybody else that are looking at those breakdowns inside of options chat, I said SPY above 383.70, which it is 383.70. I said long to 384.87, valid, and then I said 386.83. I'm going to readjust that level and bring it down to 385.67, right around yesterday's open and that 20 EMA. So that is still a plan. Okay, if we break above 383.70, I do think you have great potential to post-market resistance, post-market highs, and then that 20 EMA, which is right around yesterday's open. Not only would we be breaking above a key level of resistance, we'd be breaking this downtrend as well. So not only is 383.70 very strong resistance, it's also the downtrend. And if we break above that level, expect a big move on up. I would say probably 2 points to the upside. And we know 2 points to the upside will absolutely pay. We're not looking for 50 cents, 30. We're looking for 2 points. We can get that delta times 2 per contract. That's a big time move. That could be a big time return. All right. So I'm still very firm on my levels with the SPY, but I'm not firm with my confidence if the SPY is going to break that level. So we also have a short plan in place. So below 383.70 resistance, if we can't break the downtrend, if we can't break that level of resistance, and we're going to roll on over and move on down short to these pre-market lows and then into this trend line. We do have this trend line that we need to keep on watch, guys. So run yourself a beautiful little trend line here. Just like, I would actually do it just like that. And I would say that your pre-market lows are actually right around this trend line. So that is my short plan right now on the SPY. If we can't break above that 383.70 resistance, and it's holding down a strong resistance short down to these pre-market lows, what's pre-market lows? Right around 381.30. And then 380 here on the SPY, okay? So that's what we're looking at here with the SPY, is again, really just looking at this downtrend here on the SPY. And if we can break above it and break back above that level of resistance, we could see a nice little green day today, right? We could see it back up to the 385, 60 level. Then we could see maybe 387 to fill that gap from Friday into yesterday. We have a little bit of a gap that could be filled there. So keep that on watch. But again, if we're not breaking this downtrend, team, and we're not getting back above that 383.70, and it's showing a lot of weakness, and you have more sellers than buyers, and you think it's going to start dumping on off, you can absolutely start dumping on off into those pre-market lows, and then 380.27, which is support as well as that multi-day downtrend. Okay? That's the SPY. Moving on to the Qs. The Qs actually look like they want to break that downtrend, don't they? They actually look like they want to break that downtrend here a little bit. So let's go ahead and get you guys prepared here on the Qs. So if the Qs can hold above this 289.17, the Qs can hold above this 289.17 and break this downtrend, you can look to take it long to 291.80, right? So long to 291.80. And when I give you these levels, 291.80, give or take 10 to 20 cents, just so you guys know. So anywhere from 291.60 to 291.80. Give yourself a 10, 20 cent window when you're ready to start locking in some profits, okay? If we can hold above 289.17 support and break the downtrend, we do have potential to 291.80. Then yesterday's open, and yesterday's open was right there at 292.84. Now, if the Qs start cracking back below 289.17, you would look to want to short this down towards these pre-market lows, 286.70-ish, right? 286.70, and then down towards around 285.65 here on the Qs. So that's our game plan with the Qs. That's our game plan here with SPY. I want to point something out with Disney. Look at Disney. So Disney bounced on up into that 20 EMA, right? Had a green day right at that 20 EMA. The next day we had a red day, and then we saw the follow through. Do we all see that? We bounced on up into the 20 EMA. We tapped it. We started to roll on over. First red day, continuation with a follow through. Yesterday would have been a great short. I was looking at this, but I didn't put my name behind it because I wasn't overly confident. But I want you to really look at Disney's chart. This was Disney's chart yesterday. You see how it was curling on over off that 20 EMA? And then look what happened yesterday. I want to point something out with Square. You see what Square's doing here? You see the similarities between these two charts? We see it rolling on over off the 20 EMA. Yesterday was our first red day. We're looking for a continuation today. Just like Disney. right? Disney's first red day was Friday with a Monday continuation. Square's first little red day was here yesterday. We're looking for today to be that continuation day on Square. So same exact setup, same opportunity. This is a momentum trade off that 20 EMA rejection for the next leg down. Very similar setup as we saw yesterday with Disney. And this is a great setup on Square. So there's a couple other things to back this up as well. We want to see a crack at this trend line, number one. Right? Want to see a nice little crack at this trend line. And we want to also crack below yesterday's low of day. So I would say below $63 on Square. Right? So below $63 on Square. Short, down towards around $60.40. Obviously, $60 psychological support. And then I would say down towards around $59.08. So below 63, you could see a 3-point flush today on Square. So if you know you have potential to see this thing drop 3 points, you could put your stop loss $1 away and have a very, very, very nice 3-to-1 setup, right? So Square will be determined if the SPY gets rejected and dumps, if the Q gets rejected and dumps. If the SPY and the Qs rip today, Square may rip as well. So the only way you have this trade play on out with Square, and this is a beautiful short, guys. The only way this beautiful short plays on out with Square is if the SPY gets rejected and falls. If the Qs get rejected and falls. But I really like Square. So I'm really rooting for the markets to move lower today. Because if they do, I would love, absolutely love to short Square, guys. All right, so I do like Square a lot. Those are my levels. That's my plan. And I'm prepared, ready to rock and roll. And I like Square so much, it's going off onto the side here. It's one of my number one back burners, right? Number one stock out of the gate. It's going to be either HSTO, INDO, or GOEV. My number one back burner stock at this point in time is going to be Square. And again, Square, we're just looking for a crack at the trend line and a crack below yesterday's lows. Very similar to Disney. Where did we really, really start to open on up yesterday? Was when we fell below the prior day's low, 95.37. We opened on up, flushed right off that level. Low risk, great reward. And so that's exactly what we're looking at here on Square. Want to see the first initial crack below 63. Obviously start cracking the trend line as well. But the main thing is below 63 to really get this thing going, guys. All right? So we have less than 3 minutes to go. If you're just now tuning in, number one stock we're watching above 465 and a break of the downtrend to get a long position going. HSTO. INDO, number 2. And then GOEV, number 3. TH, back burner. PLRX, back burner. KSPN, CLVS, and SRG, back burners at this point in time. We're watching the SPY like always. We're watching the Qs like always. And then Square showing fantastic potential today. And so we're all set, ready to rock and roll. Did the daily chart on HSTO just change? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Because that reverse stock split. So levels should still be the same, just different prices. So levels should remain the same. They should. But yeah, that chart just adjusted to reflect the reverse stock split. But our levels are going to be the same here. Levels are pretty darn close. Levels, no, we want to go ahead and bring that up. But yeah, the levels did switch, which kind of throws us off a little bit. But it's still definitely a stock on high watch. All right, so again, we're all set, ready to rock and roll today, guys. My top stocks, once again, HSTO. I love this stock above 465. I really like this off that 465 support. I do think we can open on up, break that downtrend, break above $5, and I think we could see a quick 50 to 90 cent spike to the upside. Yes, it's a low float stock. It's right off a very key level of support. If you get that break of the downtrend, not only are you breaking the downtrend, you're breaking $5 and you're breaking the VWAP. You have so many different types of traders moving on in. The downtrend break traders, the $5 break traders, and the VWAP break traders. You got 3 different types of traders potentially moving on into the stock out of the gate. HSTO, number 1. INDO, number 3. Because GOEV is number 2 at this point in time. We have 30 seconds to go. 3-0 until we start our day, guys. So get fired up. Get hyped up. And let's have an awesome day in the market. Let's have some fun. Let's take the best of the best of the best trades, those trades that you can brag about, and watch that money flow in. Let's have an awesome day, traders. Let's make it happen. And for those of you on YouTube, enjoy your day. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for Free Stream Wednesday. Take care, YouTubers. Trade safe, trade smart, make it happen. All right, team, it's just